Hi, this is GameMath, and in this episode we will talk about armor, magic resistance and damage reduction in League of Legends. Okay, let's start. At the beginning we have to talk about the different damage types and their influence on armor and magic resistance. There are three different damage types: physical damage, magic damage and true damage. Physical damage can be dealt from champions' auto attacks or from certain champions' abilities. Towers also deal physical damage. Magic damage can be dealt from certain champions' abilities or certain items. Armor helps to reduce physical damage and magic resistance helps to reduce magic damage. True damage, on the other hand, cannot be reduced. So, how much armor does every champion have? Each champion starts with a basic armor value that varies from champion to champion. The basic armor value increases with level up. The only champion who has always the same basic armor value is Thresh. Similar rules apply to magic resistance. Each champion can gain additional armor or magic resistance from items, abilities, masteries or runes. If you are interested in the details, you can check the links in the description. So far we have talked about the basics. Now we can talk about the details. If your champion is attacked with an auto attack, your champion loses X health points. X is equal to the damage of the auto attack multiplied by the physical damage multiplier. That means the incoming physical damage is multiplied by the physical damage multiplier to calculate how much health points your champion loses. The physical damage multiplier can be calculated with the following equation. If your armor value is greater than 0, the upper equation is used. Similar rules apply for magic damage and magic resistance. If magic damage is dealt to your champion, the magic damage is multiplied by the magical damage multiplier to calculate how much health points your champion loses. The magical damage multiplier can be calculated with the following equation. Here you can see the correlation between armor magic resistance and the damage multiplier graphically. There is a simple relationship between the damage multiplier and the damage reduction. The damage reduction is 1 minus the damage multiplier. So, the physical damage reduction and the magical damage reduction can be calculated with the following equations. So, that you now understand the damage reduction better, I show the correlation between armor, magic resistance and damage reduction in a graph. If you have 0 armor, then you have 0% damage reduction. With 25 armor, you have 20% damage reduction. With 150 armor, you have 60% damage reduction. If you want 80% damage reduction, you must have a total armor value of 400. To get from 0% damage reduction to 20% damage reduction, you only need 25 armor. However, to get from 60% damage reduction to 80% damage reduction, you need to buy 250 armor. Although we increase the same value of damage reduction in both cases, we need a lot more armor from 60% damage reduction to 80% damage reduction than from 0% damage reduction to 20% damage reduction. The larger the armor value, the smaller the damage reduction value increases. To make things easier, I give some examples. In the following table you can see which physical damage multiplier and physical damage reduction results for different armor. If your champion has 25 armor, the incoming physical damage is reduced by 20%. At 100 armor, the physical damage is reduced by half. With 400 armor, the damage is reduced by 80%. On the other hand, if your champion has minus 25 armor, the damage is increased by 20%. Imagine, your champion gets hit by an auto attack, which deals 250 physical damage, and your champion has 100 armor. If we now multiply the incoming physical damage with the physical damage multiplier, we know how much health points your champion loses. In this case, your champion loses 125 health points. In the next table you can see some examples. With 400 armor your champion loses 50 HP. With minus 25 armor your champion loses 300 HP. Now imagine your champion has 1000 HP and 100 armor. With 100 armor the incoming physical damage is reduced by half. In this case your champion has a physical effective health of 2000. In other words, if your champion is dealt 2000 physical damage and he has no health regeneration, he has 0 HP left. The physical effective health can be calculated with the following equation. The same equation applies to magic damage and magic resistance. So, with these two equations the physical and the magical effective health can be calculated. In the next video I will show you how to maximize your physical and magical effective health for as little gold as possible. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video and you want to see more, write it in the comments and subscribe my channel. Feel free to give feedback. Click here to get to the next video. Until next time, your GameMath.